I absolutely love flip-fronted helmets, for both adventuring and for general riding. And it makes perfect sense because of the ability to show your face, whether it's to a copper, a border guard, a local, or of course for filming. Now Schuberth's E1 adventure offering has been around for a while now, and whilst it might be based on their C3, it's more than a C3 with a peak. It has a different chin bar, more off-road suitable liner, more ventilation, and of course that removable peak. Schuberth helmets have built much of their reputation around their build quality and, of course, around being very quiet. And it's well justified. As a comparison, my necks really needs earplugs pretty much all the time, and the E1, well, barely needs them. And the shape of the helmet means there's no snap or buffeting, even with the peak, which can be fixed in 3 different positions, by the way. Certainly as flip-fronted helmets go, you'd struggle to find another this quiet, and it'll even give other manufacturers non-flip-fronted ones a real run for their money. The E1 has one of the best ventilation systems I've ever used, and the visor airflow is particularly good, both upwards and around your face, and around my head it was spot on. In fact, I think if I had any more airflow, it would be in danger of making my head a bit chilly on an averagely warm day. The E1 comes in at a shade under 1.7 kilograms, pretty much the same as the GV X33 Canyon. It's about 150 grams heavier than the next X Wed 2, but then for me that's a small price to pay for the convenience and the quiet of the flip-fronted E1. To get much lighter you'd need to go carbon, something like the Klim Krios, but then again you'd lose the flip front. There's nothing wrong at all with the visibility on the E1. Nothing at all. But when I first wore it, I thought my sort of skywards visibility was limited. However, it turns out I just had the peak at its lowest of the 3 settings. My bad, and easy to adjust. Now it's perfect. If you jump from a large to an XL, it's really quite a big change as the size of the actual shell goes up. And I had a large beforehand and it was quite tight around my chin. The XL is far more roomy. And that's quite important because normally I'm a large. So for me, the E1 is a little bit tight as sizes go. Of course, best thing to do as always is go into the showrooms and try them on. The E1 comes ready for Schuberth's SRC Bluetooth system with FM and Bluetooth antennas already integrated. I already had an external system, so I didn't need the additional cost of the SRC, but I've got pals who've used it and they absolutely love it. With my external center system, the sound quality is great because the helmet is so quiet. Having said that, I did notice the slightest of increases in wind noise, but that's because of my choice of Bluetooth device. If you shop around, older colours can be found for upwards of 299 quid. The recommended prices of the new range are around 569, depending on the colour scheme you choose. So there's actually plenty of choice to be had out there. Of course, if budget is a key part of your choice criteria, there are other options out there. For example, the GVX33 Canyon is under 200 quid, and I'll be reviewing that helmet next. For me, the E1 is a class-leading helmet. And yes, I know it's not cheap, but like most things, you pay for what you get. The question for many will be, is it worth the extra? Owners of the E1 will say yes, of course it is. Well, I'll be interested to see how the GV compares.